Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2K19, the Universe Mode. I'm Brendan Plays, and this is NXT, the final episode of NXT before NXT TakeOver, coming up in the next episode of Universe Mode. But first, this week on Main Event, Akam takes on Aiden English, a triple threat match between Bliss, Fox, and Kanellis, and we'll see Fandango go up against Lince Dorado. Akam picks up the win over Aiden English, and Alexa Bliss much need a win to keep her momentum building before Fastlane, a triple threat win over Fox and Kanellis, and Fandango scores a much needed victory over Lince Dorado. This week on NXT, Dakota Kai is up against Tanara Conti, one-on-one. Aaliyah, she's up against Nikki Cross. It'll be a tough battle for her. Cross looking to get herself back in the picture for the NXT Women's Championship. We'll see Rowe take on Steve Cutler just before Hanson and Rowe. The War Raiders take on the Undisputed Era. Vanessa Bourne, will see her take on Shayna Baszler one-on-one here tonight. Shayna getting ready for Kairi Sane at TakeOver. Bit of a warm-up match here tonight. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, that's right, their rivals, bitter rivals, will team up. Mustafa Ali and Ricochet, the other set of rivals. It is a rivalry matchup right there, and Andrade will face EC3 in our main event. Dakota Kai will take on Conti with a victory for Dakota. Nikki Cross is able to score a win over Aaliyah, and we'll see Rowe of the War Raiders pick up a win. Let's get it underway here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Vanessa Bourne is in the ring, and she awaits her opponent. She is the NXT Women's Champion. This is not going to be easy whatsoever. Shayna Baszler looking to get one last momentum boost, one last victory as she prepares for Kairi Sane at NXT TakeOver. Looking forward to that one. That's going to be a really top-of-the-line matchup. Two of the best women right now here in NXT battling away to determine who is worthy and deserving of being the Women's Champion. Well, Shayna's had a very impressive run. When Kairi Sane the last few weeks has really started to step up and show us what she's capable of doing, but still, you have to look at the longevity of Shayna based on the fact that she's only dropped 2 matches since coming to NXT. She's been mighty impressive for a long period of time. Won't be easy for Vanessa Bourne yet to win a match here in NXT, and I'm not sure if tonight will be the night that she changes that. We'll have to wait and see. You never know, miracles can happen. But Shayna, well, I was going to say she's in foul mood, but I think she's always in a bad mood. I think that's just the way that she is. She's got the focus in the eyes here tonight. She's ready to go, and you know she's out here to try and prove a point, because Kairi Sane, well, Kairi 7 wins, 7 losses, so she hasn't exactly been, well, brilliant, but she has done enough to get herself into this situation with a victory in recent times. So we'll have to wait and see if Kairi Sane can make that next leap up and become Women's Champion. But Shayna Baszler will be very, very difficult to beat. We know that for a fact. And a neckbreaker by Bourne. A great opportunity for Vanessa Bourne. We haven't seen too much of her just yet. We've been hearing that she's formed a bit of an alliance with Aaliyah. So that might be a bit of a tag team that we see in the future, perhaps coming up against the Iconics. I'd love to see that one. And Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, of course, around as well. So a couple of the tag teams right now here in NXT for the women's division. Quite exciting times for them. But yeah, there are new alliance there. Vanessa Bourne with Aaliyah, who's only picked up 1 win herself here in NXT. So 2 women that are kind of struggling, might be looking to try and support one another, which is exciting for both of them. A great opportunity to really progress up the ranks if they can find a way to help each other pick up some victories. That's what it's all about here. Right now, they haven't quite been able to crack the code yet, but a loss tonight by Aaliyah, and a nice leg drop there by Vanessa. And a win tonight for Vanessa would be huge, but it's not going to be easy. She's looking pretty good at the moment. She's starting to step up, connecting now the skull of Shayna Baszler bouncing off the canvas. And yes, NXT TakeOver will be home to Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane, one-on-one for the Women's Championship. Not only that, we're going to see a tryout match. A couple of new superstars in NXT are going to battle it away, trying to figure out who is deserving and worthy of a spot on the NXT roster. Of course, last TakeOver, we saw Matt Riddle and Keith Lee do battle in that one. And Matt Riddle been training away in the Performance Center, looking to get himself ready to go and getting himself into tip-top shape. 2 matches so far in NXT, yet to take a loss. We'll add a couple new superstars to that NXT roster. It could be Keith Lee trying to come back and battle away for another spot. You never know who's going to show up. That's the beauty of the Open Challenge. Anyone can come along, take a spot here in NXT. All you have to do is win your match. So we'll have to wait and see who will take it and who will try and earn a spot here in NXT. So that's one of the other matches coming up at NXT TakeOver. Right now, the arm being wrenched back there by Vanessa Borne, and Shayna finding herself in a bit of trouble here. Of course, all titles will be on the line at TakeOver as well. The Cruiserweight Championship, we'll see it in a moment's time. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. Ricochet and Mustafa Ali will continue their rivalry. We'll talk more about that in our next matchup as well. And, of course, Adam Cole defending the NXT Championship in a fatal four-way match against EC3, Andrade, and Lars Sullivan. And not only that, the tag team titles on the line. The War Raiders up against the Undisputed Era. And that's going to be a big, big matchup. So that's all the matches lined up for NXT TakeOver. And that'll be coming up in the next episode of Universe Mode. You can see it right here on Brendan Plays. You don't want to miss that one. Of course, Fastlane in a week's time, beyond TakeOver as well. So some big times coming up here on the channel for Brendan Plays. You don't want to miss some exciting episodes of Universe Mode coming away in the near future. As right now, Shayna stomping away on the fingertips of Vanessa Borne. And she's trying to break the fingers here. Shayna, she's taken a bit of a beatdown in the last couple of minutes. Vanessa started to really get into her work here and put a bit of pressure on Shayna. Hasn't been all smooth sailing for her just yet. Shayna's got a little bit more work to do. As a nice kick executed there. Vanessa trying to do everything she can to cause an upset, and you got to respect that. You know, this is a difficult situation to come into. You know, you're not expected to win. Most people expect you to take the loss and to lose pretty comfortably. So when you come into this type of matchup, your confidence is already pretty low. So anything you can do, it's the little things. You know, if you win that 1 minute little period, beautiful move there. If you hit moves like that, and you might get a 2 count, that's when things really start to feel fantastic for you. The confidence start to grow, and that's a 2.5 count, and that will certainly give Vanessa Borne a bit of hope here that she might be able to pull it off. And she's going to line up Shayna now. Will we see an upset? Vanessa Borne, no. Counted there by Shayna. Jeez, that was almost a big opportunity for her. As now Shayna Baszler picks her up, takes her down, and locks her up. Shayna Baszler. She's the Queen of Spades, and she is about to make Vanessa tap, and there it is. The Women's Champion, striking in an instant. Just one small little opening, one tiny little mistake from Vanessa, costing her this one. And Shayna Baszler has picked up the W here tonight. Well, she continues to impress. She continues to show she is the Women's Champion for a reason. And Kairi Sane will have the chance to try and take it from her at TakeOver. Will we see her do it? Won't be easy. Shayna, she's as tough as nails. She's going to be very, very difficult to stop. But Kairi is in good form. The confidence is there. But Shayna continues to prove that no matter who comes up against her, she continues to knock them straight back down. It's going to be a big match at TakeOver. Now, next matchup, it is, well, it's an interesting one. It is two groups of rivals banded together forcefully by our general manager, Shawn Michaels, making them team up tonight just before they face each other one-on-one at TakeOver. The first man on his way to the ring, it is Tommaso Ciampa, the number 1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. He's a former Cruiserweight Champion in the past, and tonight he teams up with a man who he actually won the Tag Team Championships with, and that's Johnny Gargano. Well, DIY, a little bit of a mini reunion tonight. Not the way that they would have liked it, not the way that you would expect. Two guys that have teamed together in the past must return and team up tonight to take on Ricochet and Mustafa Ali. Can they get along for one night only? Can they get along for 10, 20 minutes? Can they figure out a way? Because over the last, 6 months, these two men have just been back and forth, coming after each other, all for that Cruiserweight Championship, and we will finally have the finale, the finishing result between Gargano and Ciampa at TakeOver. Ciampa's had knee issues, he's had injury after injury that's just kept him away from the championship, and Johnny Gargano's had to deal with Ricochet as well in the past. Mustafa Ali's been close, and Gargano now will have to deal with them again here tonight, this time in a tag team format, and watch his back at the same time and look out for Ciampa. Here comes Mustafa Ali. Well, he caused a massive upset when he beat Ricochet one-on-one on NXT a while back, and then in a Battle Royal, he eliminated Ricochet. That was the Battle Royal that determined the #1 contender for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Of course, Ciampa did win that one. But Ali, he eliminated Ricochet in that match, and Ricochet has just said that he has felt embarrassed, he has felt frustrated, annoyed that Ali has gotten the better of him, when Ricochet feels as though that he is a step above Ali, but perhaps he's getting into a wake-up call. Things haven't been going Ricochet's way since arriving to NXT. We know how talented he is, we know how great he is, but he's only won 3 matches, and he's had 8 losses, so he's sitting at about 27% win ratio. Now, he has won 2 of his last few matches, that's great, but still, quite a number of losses to Ricochet's name in comparison to the wins, and that's a concern for him. I know that he's worried about that. I know that Ricochet wants to try and resolve that, and Mustafa Ali, for whatever reason, has just been able to, well, beat Ricochet. And sometimes in the careers of the great superstars, there's just that one guy that's got your number. Doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter how good you are, sometimes there's just that one man that can just beat you on any given night, and that could be Mustafa Ali against Ricochet. I truly believe Ricochet will be Cruiserweight Champion at some point, if not NXT Champion. He's got all the tools, he could be anything here in Universe Mode. But somebody like Mustafa Ali could really stunt that progression up the card if Ali does beat him at TakeOver, because that will truly mean that Ali will go ahead of Ricochet in the rankings, and, well, we won't be seeing Ricochet in title contention for a while if that's the case. Here's a bit of tag team work from Ricochet and Ali. My goodness, now Ricochet, oh my, how did he pick him up? How did he do that? Ricochet slamming him right onto the knee. How the hell did he pick up Tommaso Ciampa just then? Incredible from Ricochet. And wow, I couldn't believe that, Ricochet and Ali working together. Well, it is, it's a bit of a rivalry match. You got to team up with your TakeOver opponent. You got to figure things out here. And here's an interesting, strategy that could potentially take place. If I'm Johnny Gargano and I'm looking to defend my title against Ciampa at TakeOver, why tag in? Just let Tommaso Ciampa come into the ring and do all the work. Make him be in this ring for as long as possible, because TakeOver, well, that's our next episode of Universe Mode, so not too far away whatsoever. So Ciampa doesn't have much time to recover in between matchups. Some nice kicks there from Ali and Ricochet. And Ali right in the corner of Johnny Gargano, just letting the fans that he's here and how well he is doing right now. And I've got to say, Ricochet and Ali working quite well together. Nice kick there by Ciampa. So there's a chance here for Gargano just to completely ignore Ciampa and just let him do this all on his own, create a handicap scenario, and make his life a hell of a lot easier at TakeOver. Will he do that? I don't know, as I think this might be a battle of who can impress and who can outdo one another, as there's a tag. As now Ciampa knocks him down with a drop toe hold and the drop kick in the back there. And Ciampa falls up the knee, and there is some classic DIY on display. This is the reason why they were tag team champions at one point. They are such an elite level tag team. There's no disputing that. But it is all about the Cruiserweight Championship, and that's just brewed such a rivalry, such a hatred for one another. They both want the same prize. They both want to be in the same position. And when you've got 2 elite level guys both wanting the same thing, someone's going to get hurt, someone's going to lose, someone's going to pay the price. And, well, it's hard to say who that's been. At the moment, it has been Ciampa, because he's taken an injury because of Johnny Gargano and the brutal matches and the long battles that they've had against one another. Ciampa's been injured. He's been on the shelf for a while because of it. So perhaps you could say, despite the fact that Ciampa has beaten Johnny Gargano in the past for the Cruiserweight Championship, maybe Gargano's had the better of Ciampa. But this has been a long rivalry between the two. It has spanned across probably about 6 months now. And now we will finally see it culminate at the upcoming TakeOver special. I think it's going to be perhaps the match of the night. It's going to be an absolute ripper. But I've got to say, Ali and Ricochet, that could definitely steal the show as well. 2 fantastic athletes. And last time we saw them go one-on-one, it was certainly a terrific match. As a nice German suplex there by Mustafa Ali. Ali looking to fire up here, looking very good at the moment. Can he produce some magic? Clothesline. The elbow. And now I'm going to drive. No, countering. As... Oh. There's the kick there. Mustafa Ali with the kick. And now Ali gets chopped right in the chest there of Johnny Gargano, who might look for a tag here. Ali's been in here for a little bit of time. And now Johnny Gargano is going to drive him head first into the turnbuckle. And Gargano fired up here, looking to send a bit of a statement to Tommaso Ciampa that he is the Cruiserweight Champion for a reason. Gargano has been a great one at that, a two-time Cruiserweight Champion. Front face lock there by Ali, who would love to be in the position that Gargano is in right now. The champion, I know Ali has got his eyes set on it. And if he can beat Ricochet at TakeOver, he might be the next man in line if Gargano can retain. And I'm sure he would love that opportunity. Gargano in the corner. Here comes Ali! Running forearm. And Gargano hurting here. But Ali's had a bit of time in this matchup. And he's still not looking for a tag just yet. He wants to finish this off himself. And what is he doing? Can he make that? He's on the other side of the ring. Ali wants him to get up. He's going to spring off these ropes. Here he comes. Oh no, he's going to roll through. Oh, leaps up and hits a neck breaker. Okay, he caught me off guard. Didn't expect that one from Ali. And a kick out of two. I thought for sure he was leaping over the top of the rope, but he went through the middle of the rope and hit a beautiful leaping neck breaker. And oh, Gargano says, if you can do it, I can do it better. And a big tag. Okay, Ricochet's in. Here it comes. Clothesline. There's the drop kick. Ricochet's got Johnny Gargano down. Can he make the most of this opportunity? Oh, he swats that away. And now Ricochet, no, gets swatted away himself. Johnny Gargano into the corner now. Ricochet, can he make the most of this small window? Or will he let it go to waste? Johnny has him in the corner. Ricochet right there for the pickings. But oh, he hits a super kick. Gargano makes a mistake. And he just barely gets the tag. Ciampa's in now. Gets a piece of Ricochet. Not a lot of him, but that's more of it there. That's more like it. And Ricochet, he's down. And Tommaso Ciampa, as sadistic as it gets when it comes to in-ring competition, whether you like him or you hate him, you gotta respect the fact that he's come back from this injury and he's come back and made a big impact in such a short period of time. I think, you know, Tommaso Ciampa, he talks a big game. He says, look, I am the best. But when we see him in the ring, he does back that up. Let's be honest. Let's be fair to the man. He does back that up. And when he lost that championship in a triple threat match to Ricochet and Johnny Gargano, you know, he wasn't at his best on that night. You could tell the knee was bothering him. You could tell he had some injury concerns. Just not 100%. He went away, spent some time trying to rehab that knee, get things right, as oh, he's undone the turnbuckle padding now. You can tell that he's back, and he looks fantastic despite the right knee heavily braced up. And Ciampa's now in the corner, gets him in the corner, and oh, Ciampa finds nothing but the turnbuckle. Gets himself out of the corner, and oh, what a flying knee. Beautifully executed there as the referee trying to fix the turnbuckle padding now. And so Ciampa not able to really utilize it. Ricochet's got him in the corner now. And Ciampa shrugs off Ricochet. Both men trying to think of their next move. What's next for them? As Tommaso, that'll work. Slamming down Ricochet. And maybe looking to line him up to put him away. The Blackheart himself. Can he find it? Here we go. Up with the shoulders. There it is. The double knees into the back. Ali. Oh, he can't get there. Ricochet. He was looking to grab Ali. Excuse me, Johnny Gargano looking to grab Ali. And now Ciampa trying to pin Ricochet. But the referee was caught in all the crossfire there. He's down. And he couldn't go for the pin there. He couldn't count. There's no one to count. The referee's hurt. And now Ciampa. Can he take advantage? He's signaling that he wants to end this one now. The tag's been made. And Johnny Gargano. Here we go! Drop kick into the back. And Ricochet goes down. And now this time Johnny stops the tag from being made. And Ali, you know he wants to win this match. He doesn't care about the situation between himself and Ricochet right now. He just wants to win, and that's fair enough. You got to respect that. Willing to put his differences aside with Ricochet, all for the name of the W. It's all about winning here, and you know if you win just before TakeOver, that will just give you a bit of confidence boost, but Ricochet's been in this match for a long period of time. He's taken a bit of a beating here. So Ali might be almost benefiting at the same time by keeping this match going longer, because the longer this goes, the more wear and tear that's going to be on the body of Ricochet come TakeOver time. You don't have a lot of days to rest up. There's not a lot of recovery time. There's now the half crab. So Johnny Gargano wrenching the body right now of Ricochet, and shrugs him off. Ricochet needs a tag. Ali doesn't look that keen on getting one though. He's happy to let Ricochet do his thing. And right now Ricochet, I got a feel, is in a bit of trouble. You can just see he's slowing down a little bit as a snapmare takedown. Gargano barely getting to his feet quickly. He's very slow at the same time. And Ricochet just did nothing to even capitalize there. Had no moves up his sleeve. Didn't know what to do next. And you don't see that from Ricochet normally, and that's probably just the effects of this match, the physicality we're seeing, and the fast-paced action. But right now, Gargano and Ricochet are slowing things down. You can tell both men are just struggling a little bit, and they're trying to regain their focus, regain their breath. Right hand blocked there by Ricochet. Now finds one of his own. Ricochet using the ropes. Hurricane Rana. And Ricochet trying to get things happening for himself here. He's been a bit lackluster in the recent few minutes. Is Ricochet going to be able to end this match? Can he fly off the top of the rope? And now Ricochet counted. Inverted DDT from Johnny Gargano. Stomps away. Ricochet's going nowhere. Mustafa Ali wants that tag, but he's got nothing to tag but thin air. Is Ricochet. Bang! Right on the button. The super kick by Johnny Gargano. A hurting Ricochet. Ali nowhere to be found. And Ciampa cleans it up. And Johnny Gargano, the Cruiserweight Champion, pins Ricochet just days out from TakeOver. Well, it's just something about Mustafa Ali. Whenever he's around, Ricochet just turns cold. He just can't get things happening for himself. And you can just tell Ricochet, it was just a step off his game. There was too many moments where Ricochet was trying to figure out what to do next. Spent a lot of time thinking about his next move rather than going for it. And you don't see that normally from him. Ciampa and Gargano celebrate. The celebration cut short. Super kick. Ciampa stunned. Now into the corner. Johnny Gargano is going to pick him up. And Gargano going to use the leverage here. And will find a neck breaker. A short-lived duo. A short-lived reunion of DIY. Now it's back to business. And the Gargano escape. Locked in. Ciampa, oh my goodness. He's just wrenching him back. He's not letting it go at all. Tommaso Ciampa. He's in a lot of pain. You can see the eyes of Ciampa. The pain he's in, and now, oh my goodness, Johnny Gargano. He is trying to inflict as much punishment as he can on Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa begging, please. He submits. He would not do it. Ciampa would not submit. He didn't want Johnny to have that, but he had no choice in the end. Gargano. That is the ultimate statement. He's tapped out Ciampa just before TakeOver. Time for our final match for this episode of Universe Mode, and Andrade is on his way to the ring, and a man that will get himself an opportunity at the NXT Championship at the upcoming TakeOver special. It is going to be a massive, massive night for Andrade. 3 men to get through though. Lars Sullivan, EC3, and the champion, Adam Cole. It will not be easy, but Andrade, you'd have to say, is the underdog heading to this one. The man who has probably suffered the most losses. He's had the worst record leading in. He's had a real rough time of it in the last year or so of NXT, but things just look to be on the up when he somehow scratched and clawed his way to a victory over the Velveteen Dream. Andrade finds himself in a top position right now and a chance to strike and to capture his first championship in Universe Mode. It would be an amazing accomplishment. I'm sure he would love to find some way to get it done. But Andrade is coming up against 3 incredibly difficult opponents, including this man, EC3. Well, EC3 has been picking up victories here in Universe Mode. He has been very impressive. He's been getting opportunities to show what he truly is worth. He's been getting the chance to shine, and he's been getting chances to prove that he is capable of being a top dog here in NXT. He hasn't been underlooked. He hasn't been undervalued or underappreciated. EC3 is getting the chances that he has earned through his own success. Currently, EC3 sits at 7 wins, 3 losses here in Universe Mode. And that's a pretty impressive record, if I say so myself. Only 3 blemishes to that. And EC3 winning majority of his matches, and that's what you want to see from a man who could be the next NXT champion. He's laid out Adam Cole in the past. He put Adam Cole through a table when he returned to NXT, and that really signaled that he is here and he is ready to become a champion. Not only that, I think he deserves to be a champion. I think he's got all the tools. I think he's got everything that it takes to be the star of NXT. As we're underway, the final match for tonight's episode, and the last chance for both men to shine just before TakeOver. Well, the other 2 men in the match, of course, is Lars Sullivan, who has been on a warpath. He is a man on a mission. He is outraged. He wants to do everything he can to get his hands on not just Adam Cole, but Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, the Undisputed Era. We saw a little bit of that recently in the 6-man tag team match we saw last time in NXT. And Lars, he was fired up. And he's a freak. There's no doubt about that. He'll have the size advantage in that upcoming matchup and the power game as well. And he's going to be very, very tough to stop. And we know that he's so revved up, he is so emotionally invested in this upcoming match. It's not just about the championship, it's about revenge. It's about proving a point. It's about taking down the Undisputed Era. That you might almost get the feeling that because of that anger that he's got, that frustration that he has, it might just cloud his judgment, and it might just cause a few critical errors in that upcoming matchup. So Lars, whilst I believe he could do it, I've got no doubt in my mind, I just wonder, will he make a bad error? Will he have a lapse of judgment? Will he try and do something a little bit silly, a little bit crazy, just because he has all this built-up anger and emotion towards Adam Cole? Will that force a bad mistake? I hope not for his sake, but I worry, and that's because Lars, he still has that inexperience about him, whereas Cole, EC3, and of course Andrade all been around the world for many years, competing and honing their craft. And Lars Sullivan doesn't really have that plethora of experience that the others have. And he's got to try and find a way to, learn very, very quickly, because he's only had a handful of top matches here in NXT, and so far he's shown signs that he can definitely be there. He's shown signs that he definitely can be a champion, but he hasn't been able to put everything together and create a flawless and great performance that he needs to beat Adam Cole. Well, the beauty of a Fatal 4-Way is you don't have to beat Adam Cole. You can take advantage of either EC3 or Andrade if you are Lars. But that will not be easy, as well, as we just mentioned. That Andrade, with this newfound confidence, EC3 has been very consistent. Going to be tough going for Lars. And, of course, Adam Cole, the champion himself. Well, he's had a pretty easy ride when it comes to NXT. He's been champion for a long time, but only actually has had 15 matches in NXT's history. And he currently boasts about a 73 win percentage. So you know that Adam Cole can do it. You know that he can beat anybody on any given day. But, as we said, Fatal 4-Way, he doesn't have to be involved in the decision. There's a cover here, but a quick kick out. So if I'm Adam Cole, you are watching your back. You are a little bit frightened. You are a little bit worried that you are vulnerable at all times. And that might, of course, maybe cause an error. Maybe he tries to win a match when it's not on. Maybe he tries to, if he has a small opportunity, he tries to make something happen that it may cause a mistake of his own mind. And so he's going to try and be patient, Adam Cole, and just stay in and around the ring. Make sure that you don't leave the ring. There's a beautiful move, tossing Andrade outside the ring. And that's the strength of EC3 on display. EC3 telling the referee to count. And he's going to head to the outside as well. I'm sure he wouldn't mind a count out if he can continue to work her way outside the ring and work her way on Andrade. Any win will help EC3 in his confidence heading in. Andrade, he will just try and want to make sure that he makes it to take over 100% at the moment. And that's crucial. As he's back in the ring, count of 4 now. EC3, oh, what's he got planned here? Ooh. Driving the jaw right into the apron there. And EC3 back inside. Well, EC3, he definitely could really be the star of NXT. He's got the potential, and moves like that may be the key to his success. EC3 drives Andrade down, but will he capitalize on the momentum? Powerbomb! Sit out powerbomb! But there is Zelina Vega, the business manager of Andrade, on display right there. We haven't really mentioned her in this match just yet, but she's making her presence known right now. Making sure that Andrade does not take the loss here, getting herself involved, and having a chat to the referee. Andrade with a win would just make sure that he feels in his own mind that he belongs in this Fatal 4-Way. He's had a string of losses, as we said. His time in NXT hasn't been brilliant. It hasn't been, you know, all flawless, all perfect. It hasn't been the dream journey he was hoping for. But a win might just be enough to get things back on track for Andrade. He's already got one over Velveteen Dream. He now has qualified, but I don't know if he truly believes he belongs just yet. A win over EC3 will do that for him. Some chops to the chest of EC3, now kicks him down. Nicely done. Andrade picks up EC3, right hand. EC3 down to one knee, and Andrade from behind drives the knee, and oh! The forearm of Andrade slapped over the chest of EC3, takes him off his feet. And Andrade not letting up, really keeping the offense building here. And EC3 feeling the effects of it right now. Andrade will roll him over, has a chance to win it all the way here. Will he get it done? No. Not to be for Andrade just yet, but you know he's trying everything right now. And this might be the one big move he's looking for, to put EC3 away. Andrade to risk it all, finds it! Off the top, he soars through the air, lands down on EC3. Now this needs to find that hammerlock DDT to put EC3 away. Bounces him off the ropes now. Andrade, he could be about to beat EC3. Not many men have beaten him. In fact, EC3, ironically, has only had 3 losses. Will Andrade make it 4? EC3, side headlock now. Andrade, oh, tried to leap up with the Enziguri. Swatted away, and now taken down. Inverted DDT, and heads to the outside, up on the apron, trying to get to his feet. And oh, what a right hand. That right hand blasted him right into the face, and EC3 goes down. He crashes to the outside, and he's struggling. Up on his knees at the moment, Andrade posing to the audience, but he's got to keep the offense going. I think he's realized that. Has he wasted time? EC3 with a kick. Gets him back inside the ring now. And EC3, is he about to steal this match from Andrade? EC3 up on the shoulders. Andrade, oh, slammed down in front of him. Oh, I think he might be about to steal it away from him. EC3 looking to finish him off. The 1%er. This man has proven how great he is. Is he about to do it again? Oh my goodness. That's got to be it. EC3, he's in the 1% for a reason, because he is that good, and he might be the 1%er to beat Adam Cole. He might just be good enough to somehow end the historic and dominant reign of Adam Cole. EC3 with a win tonight over Andrade. Well, what an impressive performance. EC3 continues to get it done again. He just continues to find ways to win, even when it's going tough for him, even though he may not be, in a great spot, a great position. Andrade might be on his way back into a match, really building a lot of momentum. EC3 finds a way to come back from it, and that is the trait of a champion. That's the characteristics that EC3 needs if he's going to win the championship at NXT TakeOver. Ladies and gentlemen, our next event, it is NXT TakeOver. The title will be on the line. It is a fatal 4-way match. EC3 might be the favorite. Is he? Well, let me know in the comment section down below who is the favourite to win it. Adam Cole's here. Here's the champ. Well, he's heard enough of EC3. Tries to kick EC3 now. Adam Cole, sends him down. Well, EC3 thought he had the last say, thought he had the last laugh, but Adam Cole wants to send a reminder that the title is his. Adam Cole, look at that. Raking the eyes of EC3. A scummy tactic from Adam Cole. Gonna drive him into the corner. And Cole, no, counted. EC3 trying to fight back here. A huge win by EC3. Doesn't want it to be dampened here by Adam Cole. Finds nothing but the turnbuckle though. And now Adam Cole, shot to the midsection, picks him up and drives the knee into the skull of EC3. Message sent and delivered. Well, I hope Andrade, Lars, and now EC3 know what they're in for. They are coming up against the best. He is the champion for a reason. This is Adam Cole's NXT, and he looks to defend it at TakeOver. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for this edition of NXT. NXT TakeOver is next here on Universe Mode. Let me know your predictions down below. Will it be Adam Cole defending, or will Lars, EC3, or Andrade pick up the win to determine a new NXT champion? Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss NXT TakeOver. Click the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Come along to the Discord as well. Join up. It's free to join. Link in the description down below. And I'll see you all at NXT TakeOver.